YouTube, Rickster here, Max Build part 11. I'm just going to go over a bit of a recap on what we've done so far to the truck. So this off. So Vitavan rear bulkhead. We put 500k in the rear. We got rid of the 2 million in the centre diff, put 100k in the front, wide max. We put GPM holders, GPM shock tower, green wheelie bar, GPM braces, motor mount, Vitavan, where are we? Vitavan steering bell crank, modified the battery tray to take bigger batteries, skid plates, T-bone bottom skid plate, backflips LPs, 17mm hex. So Vitavan Knuckles C-hubs, can't really see them that well, really, but they are they're there somewhere. It's not going to focus. Yeah, I can sort of see them. What else we done? Oh, we did the Traxxas heavy duty CVDs, front and rear. We did the Traxxas hardened steel pins, which replaced all the screws. Did the knuckles on the back with oversized bearings. One thing I have done before, since the last one, I had to replace the 54 turn spur with a 50. Remember, it was catching. I did try and file a little tiny bit off, but no, obviously. So we're back to the 50 turn, which is fine. GPM for the ESC, little switch, bit of a servo mount, stock receiver box. We dyed all the chassis and shocks black, upgraded this to green, back tailbar, and we put the T-bone roll cage on. So today we are going to be replacing these shocks. That part finally came in. So GPM, these are really nice shocks. I do like the GPM shocks. The only trouble with the GPM, you break these, there's no replacement parts. I think that's why a lot of people don't fit them. So get one out. If you can have a look at the shaft here compared to the GPM, much thicker, a much thicker shaft. Beautiful shocks actually. So ignore the piggyback, this, it doesn't work. There's no piston or spring in here. That is purely for looks. So don't be fooled by saying these are piggybacks, they're not. So just basically view it as a shock like that. I bought these because I think they're going to look pretty, well, they're going to look nice though. But the shock itself, springs are softer. These are going to do much better. These springs on here, way too hard. Way too hard. Don't like them. So, I'm not sure what the weight is in these with the shock oil, but we're going to be replacing it with a good 80 weight. I don't like this backing out. I said that before. I like my shocks, especially RC shocks, to stay there. By the feel of it, I'd say there's some air in there as well. So we're going to be replacing that with some pretty thick oil. I just beefed up the Maxx has become. Got some Team Lozzie, and this is 80 weight. So I'm going to get these set up, ready to change the oil. Right, just got a little stand, just got a hole in the top, and these just sit on there, like that. Well, that was the theory. Should be alright, look, just be careful with it. Right, let's get one of these opened up and see what state they're in. Be quite interesting to see just how much oil's in them. Right, let's have a look in here. Let's make sure that's fully extended. I'll leave that upside down there. So it's not too bad actually. Too thin, the oil there, can tell straight away. Yeah. So I'll rinse this out. So it's definitely got way more holes than the standard Traxxas ones. Probably just going to see if I can get a little bit more of the oil out. Okay, back out. Right, I like to fill mine with the piston all the way up. Yeah, much thicker. It's quite a thick oil, 80 weight, but as I said, it needs to be. I find doing it this way easier to get the air out. This is all about just taking your time. Just pushing the air out. shouldn't be too difficult really to get the air out of these ones. It definitely wasn't built right from the factory, they've just been rushed. Let's work its way back up. It's so much easier to get the air out, look. So much quicker. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit more. You can see. Excuse my fingers. I'm still decorating this kitchen. Just little tiny air bubbles now. I'm just going to put a little bit more in. Now, usually I wouldn't put too much more in, but because of the piggyback with the extra reservoir, I'm going to fill these a little bit more. We can always see how it goes. If not, I might have to take some out, but completely off camera. Zoom out. Come on, camera. It wants to play up. There we go. And just lightly tighten these for now, so there's no bleed hole. It's got comes out of that. Yeah, as you can see, way too much. So first of all, we're going to tighten this down. Right, so if we just loosen this, I'm not sure if it's got to come all the way out yet. And then tighten back down. Just release the air. Let's compare it to this one. Stock. Oh, look at that. See if it wants to bite. Shocking. Shocking. Much smoother. Oh god, yeah. Night and day. So ignore this. Totally for show. But they're going to look really nice on the Maxx. I love the much thicker shaft. And of course you get no plastic parts on this one. This is annoying me a bit though. Why this isn't turning. It's just a bit stiff. No. Super smooth that is as well. Springs. They're really soft actually. Just stick that in there. They do come with these gold ones as well, so I'm going to take a look at these. Yeah, definitely have these in the rear. Yeah, I prefer these. They're still not anywhere near as strong as the Traxxas ones. You know what? It feels, that's quite deceiving. See how this is starting to push out again, look. So, I'm not happy about that. Totally overkill, look, but I couldn't find the little one. You'll always have the argument of this should bounce back. Not on an RC shock, don't agree. Okay, we're going to stick the silver spring back on. Yeah, that's going to be enough, that is. That's one done. Let's get this one opened up. Make sure that's all the way down. flip that as quick as you can. There you see. Look how much is left. That's crazy. Wow. I don't know whether I can zoom in on. No, not housing. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see. Look at the level. Can you see? So get this emptied. Right. And repeat. Much better quality. Shock oil as well. Great stuff, this. Excuse me. I'm sure I'm coming down with a cold. It's about right. Right on Christmas, happens every year. That'll just finish the year off nice, won't it? A lot more air in this one. Oops. Well, this is going to take longer now. It slips all the way down to the bottom. If you can hear water, it's the fish pond outside. All the fish have gone to the bottom. Must be cold. Because there's so many holes in these shocks, it doesn't trap a lot of air, really. I'm just going to let that sit. I didn't show this part in the last shock. I just skipped it, but I'll let that sit about 15 minutes and then try it again. Okay, let's try this one. I can already tell that too much. So get the screwdriver, adjustable spanner, plug in screwdriver, and loosen that off a bit. I don't know whether the camera picked that up. The air coming out the top, I heard it. I don't know whether the camera would have got that. Well, that's not me from building, that'll be probably in here. never usually mess with these, like drain these off. Yeah, that's great. Spring, it rolled off. There we go. Two lovely shocks. Well, we got the truck back. Clear this off. Okay, I have to move the camera around. Right, which one is it? Not that one. Do a bit of a comparison when I get this off. Nearly there. Okay, move the camera around a bit. Now you can see how much of a beast these GPM ones are. Look at the shaft difference. So much thicker. I think the actual body itself's thicker. It looks thicker, doesn't it? Oh my God. That is way too... No wonder the truck just springs back up. The difference is unbelievable. Okay, so where are we fitting these? I think we were fitting these on the outer one, yeah. I know it's out of camera, but I'll sort it in a minute. Let me just get this in. Tighten this back up. Max is really starting to come together now. Can I do this on camera? Not sure. Oh, oh. Nearly. I think that might have got it. Don't be silly. That would have been too easy, wouldn't it? Right, I'm going to have to come off camera. Now, once you can get your face down in there and see what's going on, it's easy. I'm not thread locking these, but I will be keeping an eye on them. Wow. I don't think the camera really picks up. How about if we went out a bit? Oh no, that's in. These are just beasts. I can actually feel the difference each side of the truck. Let's get this one off. Okay, that's the back one's fitted. Looking very nice, even if this is just for show. Always nice to have it, you know. Looking sweet. Ho, ho, ho. That's going to make all the difference. Very nice. I'm going to crack on with the front. It's basically the same old repeat. Okay, so I've got the front ones out, and these are actually, sorry, I'm holding the camera so it's difficult to show you. But these are actually built much better, definitely a thinner oil. I think I'm going to keep this thinner oil in the front, and I won't be able to tell until I start driving it, and then I can always change it at a later date. What I am going to do is I'm going to check how tight these are, because the other ones I found, without scratching this up, I did find the other ones a bit too loose for my liking. See, this one's actually quite tight. That was pretty tight. Never have any leaking from these, even all the way from Hong Kong, banging around in a box. Not a single drop. Right, let's get these fitted. Okay, that's the fronts fitted. Well, next I think is going to be the electrics. I was going to go with the censored, but I keep hearing about them only lasting about 12 months, so I'm going to go with a Hobbywing Max 6 and I think it's a 2200 kV, I think, and I'm going to run stock gearing because after all the upgrades, slightly bigger tyres, well, and you're running a Max 6, it'll be fine. And we've got the light kit to install, which I'll be modifying the wires a bit, put some braid around them. Yeah, so let's just grab the body. Oh yes, you see what I mean about for show now. Never works on camera, does it? Every single time. Usually no problem. Anyway, as I was saying, you see how the piggybacks stick out? That looks wicked. Can't wait to get this out. It's come a long way since dyeing the chassis in the wife's wok. I can see these better now. This should be pretty tough. If you're going to get a bash at, there ain't much tougher than this now. And I'll catch you guys in part 12, which will be sometime after Crimbo. So everybody have a good Christmas, and I'll see you laters.